nyina nim se enema a ekos wo Middle East Israel and US Iran entokwa ekoso yi ebi pen the same kind of menkan say show no ebi akoso pen na eno between US and Iraq na the same thing and currently esanso ekoso a ama Kwesi Pratt Jr. Edi enchiremu abama amanfo obom nsem de ma papa ne pa ama omuhu se nsem papa ne di tudwa no nukremu ana papa ne ka no na etoda na amanfo de niema brabra so because US because Israel enti omuntimi nka asem no se de also omo ka no yenko ne tie Kwesi Pratt Jr. ne nsem odi tudwa a amanfo ebom nsem ede ma no speaking on behalf of Iran yenko ne emra sese
claiming that they were going to discover some weapons of mass destruction. They killed 2 million Iraqis, children, women, elderly, and so 2 million. And then they turned around and told us that we didn't find the weapons of mass destruction. After killing 2 million Iraqis, they didn't find the weapons of mass destruction. They didn't, because there was no weapons of mass destruction. It was an element of deceit. They deceived us. They gave us false justifications for their recklessness in Iraq. Most of the times, I hear many of our friends and brothers say that if Israel has a nuclear weapon, why shouldn't Iran have a nuclear weapon? Why shouldn't Ghana have a nuclear weapon? And so, my brothers and my sisters, the position of Iran has been clear from day one until today. That the production and possession of nuclear weapons is a crime against God and is a crime against humanity. That is the position. And that is why Iran's nuclear program was for peaceful purposes.
All right, Kwesi Pratt Jr. and then some tuja hona utie ni nchire mu ode bana. The same thing happened here with US Iraq. After say ye kunkum nipa bebre na US chire mu a omo weapons of mass destruction. Omo enunti na oso omo ko Iraq na omo ko ye operations bi o ne ade enu nipa bebre dodo na efa mu ehwere omo nkwa ye wie ni ekobisa I said de omo ko hwehwe na wan ya omo ese omo ehun bibia after killing so many people in Iraq. No, no, the Ohun said the same thing and because Iran started yes, omo person omo yes, some of these men can say missiles near the no. Now it is for the purpose of peace. Say be obi be sorry, say oko counter obi and now obi be sorry, say we are seeing now obeja boso near the no. Na nenka ni papa mu say Iran be say oh yanso ye boy who said the be ya if anything of that sort arise ya you betimi a counter ewo honom. Na ye nyina nim say ensem yi kokọ so ne ade NATO omo e de omo nsem betu dwa tiremu na ase they are throwing their support behind President Donald Trump e wo honom na edrumre bi se President Donald Trump e call UK for ho kosere omo emwa na the way na UK Prime Minister ase na omo twetwe omo na ase ne ade wo hono eno na warning kese akọ e de ama UK for na warning ne saying Iran's missile can now reach London. Israel wants a yes Stammer. Stammer, say UK Prime Minister. The one in Kesi or the Aquacoma or mo eno na enchremun ni saying enchremun ni say enche bia ena Iran edi missile akesi mienu ballistic missiles akesi mienu to call UK and US base. Ebi ewo honom eho Diego Garcia. Sa Diego Garcia no is in the Indian Ocean. Now it is 4,000 kilometers away from Iran. Enti omo eto sa missile na etimi ekodru honom. One bako MSA, then the other one too was intercepted by UK and then US. Eno mutimi intercepted and they couldn't target and I said they couldn't hit that particular base no. Iran could have capability to strike London, Paris or Berlin after launching ballistic missiles at UK-US base Diego Garcia. Diego Garcia way Chagos base. Chagos base no is in the Indian Ocean, 4,000 kilometers away from Iran. Now we had the location of London on the map now. almost also they are equally 4,000 away from Iran. And he said, as because or anybody who is trying to support US, they are a threat to Iran. And you have a base where it is a combination of US and UK. Diego Garcia, which is at the Chago base in the Indian Ocean. Na omwatimi ato ballistic missile na etimi akopiem ewo honom a kai hunu se won so so honom no ebetimi akopiem won ti on your screens. If you are with us and you are watching on your screens, you could see say we are showing you the range of the current missiles that Iran has in their possession. Enti osha asia honom a ehona ye Diego Garcia. That is where we have the UK and the US joint military base. To missile no ballistic missiles mienu etimi ma ni koduru ho ba ko missile and one was intercepted. In the base in as we speak now, Diego Garcia base no, it is intact. On your far left, if you are watching on your screens, on your far left, you could see Paris, you could see London, you could see UK also there. All of them are found in the range of 4,000 kilometers. And you know, and I'm Israel for anyone in Kessie. Edi akwakoma UK force monhwe na monhwe mo huye because said the enema no esi eboboko no maso ebetimi ayesi because now people were like, oh, they don't have missiles that can travel that far, but see o ma prove say they have missiles. If they target your country 4,000 kilometers away, they can get you. And you know any and someone Israel for ediama UK force monhwe na monhwe mo huye because maso ebetimi ayesi ewo ehonom na eno ena amanfo dodo na so enti ase say Iran for ampa se omo betimi aye omadwen se omo ko attack UK ana so say ampa se omo wo missiles a de omo to no omo still no omo wo bi wo ho betimi de attack UK e wo honom. What we have on our screens, where Israel Defense Force, the Iranian terrorist regime launched a long-range missile for the first time since the start of Operation Roaring Lion that could reach a distance of 4,000 kilometers. During Operation Rising Lion in June 2025, the IDF revealed that the Iranian regime has intentions to develop missiles with a range of 4,000 kilometers, which pose a danger to dozens of countries in Europe, Asia, and Africa. The Iranian regime denied this. And somewhere in 2025, say Iran for no omo missiles be a travel 4,000 kilometers which puts so many other countries in Europe, Asia, and Africa, they are in danger because say missiles betimi travel this far. The ombeso mu ye bi ombetimi aye. Na edru ho omko kan sansem no, Iran for deny na sesie na ayi niti ama omahu so mato missile etimi travel 4,000 kilometers. We have been saying it the Iranian terrorist regime poses a global threat. Now, with missiles that can reach London, Paris, or Berlin, the Iranian terror regime has carried out attacks against 12 countries in the region and is developing a capability that poses a much broader threat. Enti na omo echremo a edru mebia omo the warning by say Iran for no me hwe ye na enema omo developing missiles no omo developing no omo ebetimi dia ha ewiase nyina na edru ho no omo ebe deny say nya no kra bibia no kra bia anim se sie na ayi niti se ometimi ato missiles akesie mienu a travel that far ewo ehonom na we nyina mu no ena we nyina mu no ena UK for nso de ensema wa betudwa na omu echiremu a said ensem no boba no ewo so mo hwe no mo do mo ho so because omu anhwe ya sa attack we se beba omu so they don't have any defense. Omu ni bibi on betimi de empo intercept those ballistic missiles no wo wiem enti se omu Iran for your madwen se omu de sa na ema no beba omu so a na chese omu aso betimi ayehye ewo honom enti quickly ne bekọ de akwakotie UK omu ensem omu di tudwa omu response a omu de ma Israel ewo honom na yasa abade nchemu na mamo yenkomra sisi
of the missiles here that again, if you see what's published, it talks about 2,000 miles being the maximum range of the Iranian ballistic missile program. When I was in the military, it was pretty clear that Iran wanted a missile capable of reaching continental United States. And it isn't about just having a bigger missile, because obviously a lot of its flight track is through space, so it doesn't have any drag. But there's lots of complications once you start going long distances. But this distance here, about 4,000 kilometres, as you say, it's over 2,000 miles. And therefore, they were very successfully able to strike that far, which raised the question, how much further could those missiles actually strike?
How many miles from Iran to the United States?
Well, I think you're about 12,000 kilometres, so you're talking about significantly more. But as I say, actually, it's more about, once you get the missile into space, it's free floated, and then you've got to control it on the way down. So some of it is more about technology than it is about the size of the missiles. And there's been long declared that this was a capability that Iran had up its sleeve. I think what's interesting is the fact that they didn't actually hit their targets. It's also the news this morning seems to be making a big thing about this being a UK base. We have to point out, I think there are less than 100 UK personnel there. It's largely dominated by the United States. And given that the United States is the lead of the fight, the war in Iran, it's an entirely legitimate target if you look at it through Iran's lens. It does appear that defensive systems have worked.
But as you were saying, expensively so, right?
Oh, very expensive, but what price do you pay on protecting yourself? I think the other interesting thing is that there's a lot of political commentary about whether our government was right not to side with America. And you go, the worry is always that if you do, you become a target. If Iran does have missiles that are capable of reaching the UK, then we would be very worried, because we have no ballistic missile defence capability in this country. And therefore, this morning, rather than being Diego Garcia, which America has been launching attacks from, if we were actually involved in the war, we could be having a missile winging its way to London. We could certainly track it, but we couldn't do anything about it.
Interesting.
Yes, enti utie enchiremu na just say yetimi to eye bomb at the free Diego Garcia, which is a joint military base for UK and then US, which means say some way somehow they are involved in the and Tokwana Ekosono. And as they are speaking now, no, they can't tell. Maybe there is a missile on its way to London. Yes, the UK military will be able to track it, but say omubetimi stopping the missile from say ebe lande ewo London ne de enyade a omo ebetimi edi hu edwuma ewo honom. Yes, we still have this map on your screen. They still have the capability a omubetimi reach London. Na yebisa ne say na US for nso so US is 12,000 kilometers away from Iran. And this all the bonhom bears London bonhom bear and sana Iran will be able to reach the United States of America. But then UK there, as they were saying, it looks like they are part of the war. And they don't know. Say it be a time when there is a missile on its way to UK. This is a warning from Israel to the United Kingdom that Iran ebetimi ato ade ashomuso ewo honom. Ti ya to aso ne